All right, I heard the knock. I'm coming. Don't get your knickers in a twist.
If you're here to accuse me of tomfoolery again, I'll have you know that was not me. That was simply my evil twin. Oh, well, you certainly aren't who I thought you were. Are you lost, love? Or could it be that you're looking for me? Oh, I see. Answering my posting for my assistant search, are we? Shame that. I'm afraid you've just missed the cut-off. Interviewed all the prospective candidates this afternoon. Yes, unfortunately, it was a bit of a dud, as expected of a dreary town like this. No offence. I suppose I'm forced to try my luck in the next town over. Woe is the life of a travelling magician with nary a moment to rest and recuperate. And why should I still give you a chance when you couldn't even make it here within the specified hours? How exactly does that speak of a good work ethic, Well, yes, I suppose I did only put up the advertisement this morning. A bit of a rush call, to be sure, but I'm not here for long, and I'm not made of time, thank you very much. Besides, love, you're pretty in a charmingly quaint sort of way, but you look rather, boring for this position. I do mean this in the nicest way possible when I say I don't think you'd be able to handle it. Oh, you've got some fire to you. Wouldn't have expected that from first glance. Fine. You say you can prove me wrong. I have to admit, I do like a challenge. All right, come in then. I'll give you a chance and see how you fare. Don't say I didn't warn you when you scurry back to your abode with your tail between your legs. Right, I know it's not the most official place for a business-related venture, but it suits its purpose, especially as I'm not here for much longer. Go on, take a seat. Now then, let's get right to it, shall we? Standard boring question number 1. Why have you answered the call to be my assistant? Ah, yes, you saw one of my shows, thought it was fascinating, wanted to work with me, thought I was stunningly beautiful, blah, 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 blah. So does everyone, love. I've heard all the empty statements, but surely there's a real answer underneath all that. Don't try to give me nonsense, otherwise I won't waste my time on you further. So, you want adventure. You want the opposite of monotony, to feel alive for once in your life, Well, look at you. Surprise after surprise. You got such a fervent look in your eyes while you were speaking, did you know? Gave me a bit of a thrill, actually. You come here looking so hesitant and demure, but deep down you're awfully passionate, aren't you? I wonder. Anywho, the job is deceptively simple. Obviously, you'll be assisting me in every show. This requires attention to detail, a lack of stage fright, the ability to follow instructions to the letter, and, most importantly, the understanding that you will keep mum regarding any secrets of the trade you become privy to. If you so much as think about stealing or selling my set, I will find out, and I won't be forgiving, understand? Travelling with me entails a lot of freedom, as I am not a stickler in regards to most things, but I will absolutely not budge on these requirements. So, standard tedious question number 2. What makes you think that you, out of everyone else I've spoken to, are the best fit for this? You don't know. I appreciate the honesty, but I can't say that inspires much confidence. But you insist you're a quick study and willing to do whatever it takes to prove your worth. Oh, I believe you mean it, I do, really. It's just that, there is one other part to this job description, I'm afraid, and this is typically the deal-breaker for the girls I speak to, even if they initially act like it isn't. You see, because of the nature of what I do, I don't stay in one place for long. Often I spend most of my time travelling. Oh, it was easier when I was part of a troupe, but such is life. I won't bore you with the details of that. It was a long time ago, and honestly, I don't care to think about it anymore. Oh, I'm getting off track, aren't I? The point I'm trying to make is that I have very particular needs and cravings. Yes, cravings. What of it? No, no. I'm not pregnant. No, that's not what I'm trying to say. Okay, that's not what I meant when I said cravings. You are reading too deeply into this. All right, then, plain terms, no more beating around the bush. I'm talking cravings of a carnal nature. Yes, exactly. Not what you expected to hear, is it? My libido has always been unusually high, which can be a double-edged sword in my line of work. If I told you I'd made a deal with a demon to have magic powers, but the downside was that I was cursed to have a sex drive that would literally kill me if I didn't get it on with someone every week, would you believe me? Oh, I'm just messing with you. Don't look so gobsmacked. Anyway, my assistant typically doubles as my partner in magic and in bed. 2 birds, 1 stone and all that. You said you're willing to do anything, And what of this? There is no shame if not. Think it over. Don't answer right off. Okay, eager. You say yes, but it is another thing entirely once you see what I'm looking for. I used to give my girls the benefit of the doubt and trust that they could handle employment under me, emphasis on under me, but it turns out that most of them could talk the talk, but not, well, you know. So, nowadays I ask that we give the spicier side of this arrangement a test run up front during the interview process, just to make sure you are prepared for what you're signing up for. And I do ask that we perform this trial immediately, love, considering I'm leaving in the morning. Very little time to dawdle on this, I know, so sad. Most of the women I speak to typically decline at this point. And if they do go through with it, I'm a little too out there for them, can you believe? My last assistant was with me for years, and she loved everything I did. Oh, she was perfect. You probably saw her last time I was here if you went to my show. Told me I had magical fingers. She said that joke so many times it stopped being funny, but I let it slide because I'm a great person and she was a great lay. But then she had to go and quit because she, quote-unquote, had to tend to her dying mother. She had told me she was an orphan, the trollop. Back to what I was saying. If this is all a no-go for you, then I suppose ta-ta and good luck to you. Door's right where you left it. But if you would like to try this out for size and attain the means to leave this sad little village, to essentially find who you were always meant to be, then speak now or forever hold your peace. Perfect. Don't worry. If at any point you decide this isn't for you, say presto and we can stop. Presto. We copacetic on that? Good. Right then, let's not waste any further time. I'm going to need you to take off those homely clothes for me, lay your pretty self on the bed, and be very, very still.